I think the thing I'm most grateful for about my time at Crosspoint has been the life groups. Just having an opportunity to talk with people my age, but also like adults that have been in my age and been like where I'm at, be able to pick their brain, kind of get advice from them, see what they would do, but also just have an opportunity to like celebrate your victories with them, and I don't know, mourn your losses. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah.
I've been so grateful for all the friendships that I've made throughout the past 7 years from like middle school and high school. I've just made so many great connections with all my friends and long-lasting friendships.
I think one of the main things that I'm grateful for at my time here at Crosspoint has been the overwhelming, like, it's kind of like amazing to have such great leaders in a community that you feel welcome and you are able to like be your full self in. My small group leaders, just adults that I see around the church, and of course like our pastors and our youth leaders like JT, they really do like set an example for us, and they all the time just help us, like they make us want to do better, and that in turn just like makes us grow continuously.
Something I'm grateful for about my time at Crosspoint is definitely the connections that I've made. These people have been with me through every phase in my life, and they've given me so much clarity on decisions that I needed. They've given me so much space to grow while also being there for me and giving me love and support. They've just been like people I can count on most in the world, and some of them will be my bridesmaids, they'll all be at my wedding, you know. Just the connections I've made have been my favorite part.
Something I'm grateful for about my time at Crosspoint is just the community it's provided me with. I didn't grow up here, I moved here my freshman year, and that's sort of when I started coming to Crosspoint, but not really consistently, and it always was just like a place for me to fall back on. And then as I've come over the years, I've just built that community, and I'm really thankful for like the opportunity to just like learn more about God, and which isn't something I had really done before.
Something that I'm grateful for is all of my friends that I've made. I felt pretty alone before I came here, and I really just wanted a strong group of friends, and I felt like coming here I really got that, and I'm just so grateful for all of them and their support.
I'm grateful for the people that I've met over the course I've been here. I've been going here for 16 years, and over the time I've seen and just known a bunch of people, including some of my closest friends, that I will cherish and know for probably life.
I'm grateful that there are like so many people here to just like help me out. Like all their time is just dedicated like for me and all the other students here, and I feel like I'm really grateful for that, because there's not like a lot of adults who are just like running around helping younger folk to like navigate and understand the world. And like I really appreciate all the lessons and all the lessons that we've had, and I just really appreciate like this community and kind of just navigate, just being a place to navigate the world.
One thing that I've learned at Crosspoint is to have a group of people where you can kind of talk with is kind of similar to my last answer, but be able to like share anything you really want with them and not be judged or like ridiculed, I guess. Just be able to be open and honest with other people.
How important community is in church, and recognizing how important coming to church and talking with my friends and talking with my life group leaders have like helped me so much through the past high school years of all the adversity that I've struggled with, that hopefully after high school that I will continue with those friendships. And
one of the things I learned here at Crosspoint, which I'm definitely going to be taking with me into the future, like college, adult life, is definitely a sense of like putting yourself out there, and like spontaneity is something that I really lacked through middle school and even like earlier on in high school before I joined Crosspoint. And when I joined Crosspoint, I don't know why I did this, but I just decided to go on the beach retreat trip, and I literally knew nobody on that trip. But just the idea of like, putting yourself out there, I said, I've never done anything like this before, so let me just do it. And then continuing in that trend throughout high school, I've tried to do that more and more, and like, especially now senior year, I've been doing that a lot more. And I think that I just want to like keep on doing that, because like it adds a sense of like that you're able to enjoy life, just like doing like whatever.
Something that I've learned through my time at Crosspoint has definitely been keeping an open mind and allowing other people into different groups and into your life, and letting different personalities click in a way, like in a group, and just keeping an open mind and an open heart for other people.
I think I've become friends with people I necessarily wouldn't have if not for like a common space like Crosspoint. So I'm really thankful for that opportunity just to sort of step out of my comfort zone and be more open-minded about the people I'm friends with. And I hope that I can continue to just be really open-minded and, find common ground with other people, even if it's not in the ways that I would expect, and so that I can have just like an abundance of friends.
Something I've learned through my time here at Crosspoint is the importance of community. I feel like when something happens, I'm stressed, something happens in my life, I tend to isolate myself and just completely shut everyone out. But Crosspoint really taught me lean on other people, and I think other people like when you lean on them because they're like, hello, like, where are you? But if you share like your issues, what you're stressed about, people really appreciate it, and you feel less alone and you just feel better overall.
I've learned many things from Crosspoint, including how to volunteer for others, how to pass down information and teach others how to do things that like I've been told that I'm good at, and just overall pass down information that I feel like Crosspoint has helped me strengthen that that skill.
Conversation and communication are probably the biggest things. Just because we do a lot of discussion and we do a lot of back and forth, like, what do you think about this? And I feel like that's really important, especially today, just because it's like everything feels so divisive. So being able to like have a conversation with somebody, I feel like that's probably the most important thing. And just like being able to understand each other and grow from each other.
Some of my favorite memories have been like all the activities we do, like the scavenger hunts and all the games that we play, and even like playing 9 Square before life group every night. Just being able to hang out with people and have fun has been some of my favorite memories here.
One of my favorite memories was when I went on my mission trips, and I went to LA my sophomore year, and one of my favorite memories was just spending time with all my friends and the people that I worked with on my mission trips, and especially beach retreat was definitely like that entire weekend was just such a blast, and this one of my favorite memories of everything.
My favorite memories here at Crosspoint have to be all the trips that we went on. I think the balance that we had on each of the trips, worship, togetherness, time spent with God, and then also just like, it's a fun experience, of course. I went on all the beach retreats. I joined in 10th grade, so that's like 3. And then I went on 2 winter retreats and a lot of service. Went on a service trip on my sophomore year, and I'm about to go on one this year. And I think the sense of togetherness that you feel and that you're able to achieve during all those trips is like, I think it's one of the best feelings that you can have, because growing closer to God and then growing closer together through like a shared experience makes for the best connections.
Some of my favorite memories from Crosspoint has been showing up and being able to hug all my best friends and like hearing the little things like I missed you and it's been so long and things just they mean a lot, and being able to talk with them for literally hours after church has ended or hours before it begins, and getting lunch with friends before church and after church, and just being able to see them every Sunday and count on seeing them every week and hearing about everything. It's definitely probably my favorite memory.
Some of my favorite memories about my time at Crosspoint have definitely been retreats. That's kind of where I've gotten the closest with people and felt the most connected with them and with God, and just like really found a community. I started going to retreats without actually really having come to Crosspoint very many times, and so it really just kind of got my foot in the door and felt like a really good way to like forget about the world for a little while and just really connect.
My favorite memories about my time here at Crosspoint, I loved working in volunteering in Edge and in Kids Point. It's just nice, you know, looking at these kids in the middle school, like, oh, I remember being that age, and just being able to talk to them, give them advice, help them out. And I just love the life groups at night. I always have so much fun laughing with my friends and my leaders and all the events we did.
Some of my favorite memories from Crosspoint is just like how the church has evolved. Like we used to have 3 services, and that was fun for at that time. And then we evolved, and I learned more information about it. And another fun event is always Christmas, because there's always a bunch of services, and I have great memories of coming in early with my father, because my father works here, and just overall just having fun growing up here, not just as a church but as a place that I felt comfortable with.
My favorite memory is after life group's over, having like long chats with people, just like for like till like 9 o'clock or whatever, just like hearing their perspective. I really love listening to people, so just being able to hear their perspective, and I don't know, I just really like chatting and kind of just like just trying to understand what's going on, and I don't know, I just like chatting with people, so that's probably my favorite memory.
So one thing I'd like to say to everyone who's had an impact on me, I just want to say thank you, and I want to let you guys know that you guys really do mean a lot to me. Like Javier and Steve and JT and even Ben and John, who are my life group leaders all the way back in middle school. You guys have really like helped me, given me good advice, and helped me get through middle school and high school, and hopefully giving me advice to help me get through the next part of my life as well. So thank you guys.
I would just want to thank my leaders, Jessica and Sarah, for sticking with me all throughout high school and middle school, especially to Jessica. The countless times that she's reached out to me when I was going through so much, like it truly meant so much. And I'm so grateful that both of you guys have just stuck with me and continue to love on us, even when there were times in middle school when only one person would have to be on Zoom, and you guys still continue to be there for us and stayed with us. So I truly do appreciate it.
The people that really stood out in my time here, and I think it will leave like a long-lasting impression on me, is first off, definitely my small group leaders. Throughout the time that they've been my small group leaders, we've like collectively grown. There's only been a handful of us, like 4, senior guys in our group, and we have 2 leaders, and both of them actually have gone through a lot, like in their personal life throughout this time, and their dedication and commitment for them to come a majority of the Sundays just like makes us feel like we are wanted by, like, they are putting in their effort to come, even though like something is going on in their personal life. And definitely shout out Steve and Javier. I think one thing that I lacked in the beginning of my like experience here at Crosspoint was actually like a stable amount of people that I was able to call my friends. I did know people after the first couple of trips, and then even coming here as a volunteer every morning, but I didn't really feel like I was able to like just, you know, like they weren't at the stage where they were accepting of me as well. And I did have to try really hard to integrate myself properly, but I think like that's one of my strengths. So now, like senior year, I think I do have a lot of friends, and I think that they also showed a lot of grace, because when I joined Crosspoint, I was a completely different person, and their ability to like accept me as I grew into the person I am today definitely helped. So all the senior class that I'm close with, and some of the junior class that I'm close with, I really do appreciate y'all. Definitely helped out my just my overall experience in life. And JT, whenever and wherever I wanted to talk about something important to me, she's always been there, and a voice of reason, and just someone that you can confide in, and I've always appreciated that a lot.
Something I would like to say would be just thank you for sticking with me through everything and all the weird phases that I have had, and all the random and annoying conversations that I've talked about and people I've talked about, and just like also allowing me room to grow. And yeah, I think just I'm gonna miss everybody, but there's always gonna be like people of little parts of everybody with me the rest of my life.
I want to thank everyone at Crosspoint just for being so welcoming. Like I said, I have not really grown up in church or anything, and there was never any oh, she doesn't know that Bible story, or oh, she doesn't know who this person in the Bible was, or she doesn't know this fact about God. None of that really ever occurred, and it was something I was nervous about when I first decided to start coming to church. I want to just thank everyone for giving me the opportunity to serve and the opportunity to make connections and learn new things with new people all the time, and having just a consistent place that I can always feel welcome.
Something I'd like to say to my friends, my leaders, is honestly just thank you. You guys have no idea how much you've helped me. I really just wanted to come here. I wanted a safe space, and I got that and so much more. I never feel like I have to hold anything back, and I feel like old me would be shocked how much I share with my friends and my leaders. So thank you for just creating that space for me.
Something I've learned from Crosspoint is to lean on others. JT especially, I have recently, whenever something's bad that happens in your life, tell others, because for the longest time I used to hold it with me, and I learned this year that that you'll feel better if you talk about it with others, and also that you can do things that you don't think that you could have done. I used to think that I couldn't teach people, and I have taught at this point 2-3 people how to run sound system, and I didn't think I could do that. I thought I would have to have someone else do it for me, because I thought I could only execute what I was doing, not execute and teach.
To all the adults who've helped me, I just want to say thank you, because you're dedicating your time for me, and I feel like that's really awesome, because you're helping me out, and I'm really thankful for that. And to all my peers, I'm really glad to have met so many cool people and have had so many awesome conversations and just have a good time around everybody. I really appreciate everybody. And yeah, I think this is just a really cool community. I'm glad to have met everybody. Thank you.